Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our third episode of the Triple Tap Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rockwood. Joined with me is my biggest, bestest friend in the whole wide world, Snuffles, who is our
What's
resident laser tag
up?
expert. And of course, we have Metal Face Scout, who is over there. He is the one responsible for setting everything up on the stream. And yeah, that's that. So, fellas, we just barely got off a night of Tag Tuesday. How was it for you guys? How'd you all feel about that?
I felt great.
Good.
I had a great time.
I won every game, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, go to hell.
That's-
Whatever, man.
I haven't actually looked at stats from tonight yet. Have any of you?
Oh,
guys?
you haven't?
I did
No,
glance at them.
I was busy with
I
food. I
did.
thought we were gonna record real fast, so I made it a thing to hurry and eat.
What do you have to say about my MVP, Dallin? Anything to say about where I'm placed?
It's yeah, you're just noticeably lower than somebody by one spot once again.
All right.
Someone who actually just posted.
It's,
Thought we were gonna
But,
all look at it together, but that's
Oh,
fine.
that's a freaking wall. Yeah, we won't get that.
Are we gonna show the games on the screen or?
I mean, we totally can. Should we?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd be fun to go over them.
Okay. What if you would hold on?
I'm holding on.
Holding on, sir. Okay, how does it look?
Ah!
Oh.
I can stats page.
Thanks, Auckland, for uploading
Why is
directly
it all
after we did.
white? Why isn't it dark?
I can make it dark. This. Boom. Holy crap, guys.
So,
Live Rockwood reaction cam here.
Okay, so let's just go like one by one. So this is the first game of the night. We got Volterizer, Commander, Cope with It Heavy. Snuffles is an ammo. That's diabolical, dude. 28.
it's not even 30. What are you talking?
Okay, man.
I'm recording from my Steam Deck, so I actually can't really read the numbers on the screen. 'Cause it's far away.
It's a skill issue.
But I'll just pull it up on my phone.
Okay.
All right, on game one.
I didn't actually play this game, but today in this episode, we're going to go over a lot of like newbie stuff. And in this game, we have three newbies.
And
So-
Ryan.
And Ryan.
Are we gonna have to censor that or clip that or remove that?
If we
Does
feel
he
like it
watch
later.
podcast?
Do, do we want to go over each and every game?
I'm just going to click through them real quick.
I've got all
okay.
night. I've got all night.
Okay, buddy.
We need someone.
Here's another win for the Rockwood Commander, 12K.
Rockwood.
Rockwood
Commander.
time. The Rockwood
Yes,
Commander.
sir. One sec. I actually wanna look at that game. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm excited to look at it.
Snuffles
What did I
with
get?
the-
30.
why didn't you do your homework?
MVP. Oh, mama. Look at that. Look at.
Dude,
Oh, yeah. Just don't show them. Don't show them my other games.
Yeah, next game.
Well, honestly, Bolton, you were
You just cut out real bad, Down. What'd you
Sorry,
say?
Alan, you cut out.
Oh,
What'd you
I was
say?
saying you were second highest average P.
I was second highest average MVP today.
Yeah.
Even though I died out as medic on that first game.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, you're right. Snuffles, Rockwood, and then Snuffles, and then Snuffles, and then Snuffles.
No, like overall as well.
Oh shoot, Snuffles, Rockwood, Cope with It. Oh, would you look at that? Chaser's just one above Metal Face.
Never change.
Some things never change.
Believe it or not,
Cameron,
this game was
nice
my
job.
best game.
What game was it?
My ammo game.
What?
Homie,
What
what's
game
with
was
that
it,
hit
though?
diff?
I was
Like we
fighting. Bo knows. You remember that game, right, Bo?
Which game? You gotta be specified out of which.
Yeah, the
which
very
game was
last
it?
game of the.
Yeah, I think this is the last.
The
you
last
were getting-
game of the night.
You were playing Scout.
You were fighting on a lot of that games too. Like the one I refed, man. It was like
That was my heavy.
It was like a
This game I just played like trash. Yeah,
Morgan,
this
you
game
on that game? Are you the last person alive?
Yeah,
Reminds me of this photo.
dude. What am I looking at? You want to describe
What
that
is,
for the
like,
viewers?
I can't tell.
I can't tell what that
Is
is.
that
It's out of
you know what?
focus.
It's gay porn. As Logan was getting. So it was like everyone was just slowly you were just hiding there. You were just crouching there in that little cubby that's in between both the ramps up to green platform. And you're just in that little cove. And then everyone is just guns pointed at you, and they're all just slowly from every angle approaching you. All of them. You're the only red. Surrounded by a bunch of blue goons.
I was very
Yeah.
much the last one alive, and I was running like a madman to not get missiled by Chaser. Chaser
Oh,
was out.
that's the one
eventually
league you guys
next to
didn't
Bolton
get like
and just-
any V supplies.
Yeah, and I pulled my
Yeah,
ammo
that
into a corner, and
Yeah.
I like ran around with him and got shots for the last part of the game just because I wanted to die first.
That game was tragic. I was just
Brutal.
watching on the bridge, and it's literally all I saw the whole game was just literally just running around. Like no one had like an actual base. It was. I was
Well,
like, this
dude,
is
that game was
a game of
pandemonium.
Space Marine.
Like, but if you look at the game,
It was a
Monkey
game of
here
laser tag, is what
is
it was.
brand new player, right? Our ammo was a brand new player. Batty Bat is a brand new player, and Deadbeat and Bedmate are also brand new players. So
Which does bring us to the first topic of tonight.
let's hit it, shall we?
How do we how do we do that? How do we balance it when there are so many new players?
That's always
How
the
do you
question.
balance teams?
The obvious
Such a-
solution is just put the new players as scout, right? But what do you think, Dallin? Do you always think that's the best solution, to just scout for the new players every single time?
I think the first handful of games, yes, probably, because there was that one game. I think was it the last game of the night where we put Deadbeat Medic, and like that just went terribly for the other team. No,
Last
it
game
wasn't
of
that.
the night? I thought
No, it wasn't the
Ryan,
last game.
Ryan was
It
Yeah, that was the
was
second to
Ellen
last game.
It was the second to last
Second to
game.
last, yeah. It just went
And
really
yes,
for that team.
Deadbeat didn't really keep his head down.
It's
getting
tough. It's tough
popped
playing
by
medic,
strays
especially
attacking him.
new players. Like the awareness it takes to play medic it's a lot tougher than you might think. Like, oh, playing medic might be simple, right? Not quite. It's not always that
Yeah,
simple.
just shoot the people when they need lives. Simple as.
I think the thing with like
Yeah,
when you have new people playing is like you can't put your best players on 3 hits because then they just take over the game, and then it's not even like it doesn't feel like actual Space Marines at that point. It's
Yeah,
literally just
right.
a game of like whose 3 hits are just gonna go nuts and win the game for the team. Like, it doesn't even become like it's not a team game. It's literally just which 3 hits can like actually get decent resupplies and just take over.
So how about
Which
this?
is why like I played resupplies all night long.
Yeah, you played like
Did you play a
kinda-
single game
did
where
you
you
played
weren't
a
resupply?
single non-resupply game.
I played Scout.
Played
Oh
Scout
yeah,
the
you got a
last game, I remember
12k.
that.
I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
No,
freaking
it
believe
was
it.
only 10k.
only
Only 10k. Whoops.
Only 10k. Yeah, I know. Kind of
my
washed.
bad.
Go from beating Brisbane Scout.
Washed. So okay, that's interesting. What do you guys think about putting a newbie as like on opposing resupplies, so neither team can get resubs?
It depends on how new they are. If it's their first night playing Space Marines 5, like you really just got to put them as scout where they do the least amount of damage. And it depends how aware they are, because like get some new players who are just there, like their cousin dragged them, like they're their cousin's boyfriends, whatever, dog walkers, former neighbor dragged them there, and they're just there for one night. They don't know how they got there. They don't know what laser tag is, and they're just kind of, they die out after 5 minutes. and you have the kind of new players who are interested in it, you know, and try to learn. So I feel like if they're like if it's a one night stand kind of deal where they're just there for that night, just throw them on scout because they're not coming back. But if they're interested in learning, then you know, by all means, it's best, you know, to start rotating positions a little bit once they start to understand the game a little bit more.
Are we talking about laser tag or something?
You know,
One
I
night
just feel like I
stand,
want.
rotating positions.
You're the only one thinking that, man. You need to go to church.
Okay.
Go to. I was gonna say therapy, but church is probably better. Yeah.
Sound like my mom.
So true. I don't
Well,
go to
your
church,
mom's
so
probably
My bad,
right.
gang.
You want to know what else your mom sounds like? I'm not gonna finish.
don't finish that.
sentence.
That was
Your mom's a
that was
wonderful
sad,
person.
man.
I like your mom. She's nice.
Yeah, she's a
She let me borrow a costume for a murder mystery party last month.
Pretty cool.
very
And
cool.
the crotch part ripped really fast. Like I walked and it just ripped and I had a big gaping hole in my crotch for the next like 3 or 4 hours. Or I was there until like 3 or 4 a.m. So actually, yeah. No, anyways, side
What are
tangent.
we talking
What?
about?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, why did you have the? No, let's worry about it. Why did you have the costume? What was the costume for?
I was playing a lord.
It's a murder mystery.
Yeah, it was the murder mystery, and it took place at my estate. My character, I was the lord of the estate, and like my word was law, which I thought was really ballsy of them to do, considering
About
you know who I am.
Yeah,
and then you
Yeah.
just had a gaping hole on.
Oh, dude, it before it even started, I was walking and I just hear rip. Yeah, I mean, I was wearing like kind of like some like I don't know what you. I was wearing like a tunic over it, so like couldn't really see it. But when I sat down to eat and stuff, like you could see it so bad, man. There's a big old
Yeah.
rip on my crotch. I felt so
Is your
bad.
balls hanging out? Or...
Wasn't that kind of party?
that reminds me of a story. Some players. I won't name the player because I don't know if he wants to be embarrassed like this, but this poor guy. He took a step in the arena.
Multiple reviews.
Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing. Keep going.
He had these old pants on and he took a step in the arena, like a single step, and we hadn't even started the game and it just goes and he had a massive
who was this? Who was this?
hole
I
right in the
vaguely
crotch.
remember. Wait, type
When
it in
was
the
this?
chat. Type it in the
When was
chat.
this?
I feel like I should remember.
Okay, just
When was this?
this was it's a dead giveaway if I say when this was. So I'm not going to say. We're going to have to
Well,
find out
What
if
were
he
we talking
cares.
about?
I don't
We were
know.
talking about a mom.
Yeah, we're talking about Don's mom.
It's too late for that.
Oh yes,
Are we
my
making a
mom.
mistake?
Before that, we were
No,
talking
this-
about how to
we were talking
balance
about-
new players. Oh, I
Oh,
was
yeah,
talking
okay.
about. I said something about one night stand. I'm thinking of a new
Yeah. And with
new laser
switching,
tag.
rotating positions. Yeah.
Yeah, so new laser tag vernacular. What if we call the people who show up one night stands? You know, they show up for one night and you never see them again. Because, you know, much like the college club, you know, it's all the college students. They're all one night stands. It's
Dude, I don't know if mixing terminology of players and my team is a good idea. So
Players and what?
I think
Yeah, I'm glad that it cut out
you're
there.
cutting out, buddy.
Yeah, but it's okay.
it's probably for the best. It's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Okay.
fair enough. Mixing laser tag and sex is probably not the greatest idea for words.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
every
Laser
laser
tag with
tag,
blackjack and hooker.
every laser tag employee has had the experience in the arena. Anyways,
Catching someone having sex.
that's not what I was talking about. That's way worse than what I was talking about.
Of catching siblings having sex.
No, God. True story, by the way. Not in Laser
Story,
Mania.
we
Just cedar
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
just Cedar City.
Oh.
Just mentally
Anyways.
scarring thing.
Let's,
What are we
Anyways.
talking about?
let's get off
What are we
this
talking about?
topic, dude.
Laser tag? Right.
We were-
So for new players,
Oh.
if there are siblings, put them on separate teams if you're playing in the Cedar Arena.
We were supposed to get off this topic,
They were the
remember?
only two people in there, Bolt. Oh, if you watched it or listening, sorry.
He
Are
cut
we
out, but
cutting
he said
any of
he's
this
sorry.
No, this is gold. We can't cut
Right.
this out.
Okay.
If we cut this out, then what is even the point of this show?
So
Yeah.
true.
All right, guys. Who has?
It might as well just be Luke's podcast, informative, professional.
That's
Yeah.
not why we're here.
No, it's not. We're here to make your mom jokes and, bring up past traumas.
On 3, we're gonna say who has the most bingo. Okay. We need to host the show, please.
You're so right. Okay, so new players. You're cutting that out, by the way. I didn't mean that, buddy. I just thought you're the funniest. I already made fun of Dallon's mom, and
No,
I
I
just
didn't.
figured
I
I
didn't
can't
hear what
say
he
my
said.
mom because that's weird.
He cut out. So
Oh well, then never mind. Okay, so
Yeah, we're fine.
for new players, right? I feel like if they're brand spanking new, throw them on scout. But if they played a bit, want to learn to play, I feel like it's safe to put them as like medic or ammo, as long as their other resupply partner is a little more experienced. You can
Mhm.
help guide them through
Yeah.
some things.
So with Deadbeat, Easy Bake, which is Chaser's wife, ended up as his ammo. And no shade on Easy Bake. It's tough to lead a new player
This
in
was his second
resupply.
ever night of Space
Yeah.
Marines 5, so understandable.
Mm-hmm. It's even tough
she's
for
not, she's definitely not veteran.
It was also in yellow base. I feel like that's harder for newbies to resupply from because that can get a bit stressful. In blue base, it's very easy because you have that little spot, right? You have like the ammo and the medic, and then between them you have that little wall where they can line up, and it's easy to know who to resupply. But in yellow, it's just like chaos, and someone can just walk up that ramp and just start putting lasers into you.
You made the mistake of standing up a half an inch, and now you just got shot by everyone in red base.
Which, for reference, yellow has lots of these little half walls, and basically you kind of go to the very end of yellow base. Is kind of like raised up a little bit, and it's just all like half walls there. And so to get to it, you have to like squat and kind of waddle over there if you want to stay in cover.
It's the
If you
laser
stand
tag
up at all,
squat.
you're gonna get sniped. Yeah.
That's the reason Meds does squats every time he plays.
Also, why he's such a good medic.
True.
That, and he's also Canadian at heart.
Okay.
Side tangent. Shout out to Big Al's Burgers. Snuffles and I went there last week, and they were very, very good.
That is
Very
Meds'
good.
company, by the way.
Meds'
fast
food.
burger
Burger
joint.
joint.
His burger joint.
They got bison burgers, homemade fry sauce made fresh each day, highly customizable
Delicious.
shakes that come in very, very big sizes.
Legit,
Highly
some of the best
recommend.
shakes ever. That shake was so good. I got
Chocolate banana marshmallow shake, dude. So good.
phenomenal.
Now, what'd you get? You
I
got
would-
like cheesecake,
It was Oreo cheese.
Oreo cheese.
Life changing.
You just don't get those shakes anywhere else, and it's right across the street from a McDonald's, and it just like stands in open mockery of McDonald's and their burgers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Triple Tap Podcast, where we talk about anything other than tag.
I mean, yeah. Hey, well, to be fair, they were really good
it's fine.
burgers, and also I love
They
Meds.
were.
Meds is our
This
most
is-
loyal listener.
This is tangential to Meds, which is tangential to laser tag, so it counts.
You know,
See,
that's fair.
counts. All right. Anyways, ad over. Yeah, so he had a kind of a hard time with that, which also I feel like there were the enemy team had red pretty a lot of the time. There's always someone in red just looking right at us. So
Yeah.
poor guy couldn't catch a break.
I played Commander that time, and I was just playing bad. I don't know. One of the dilemmas that crossed my mind was Chaser was in red because he's good scout, and he knew where our weaknesses were, right? He was like, Deadbeat's gonna
He
stand up.
loves red.
He loves red. Chaser loves it. And it was like, well, I can abandon my resupply and let them die, because literally Chaser and Sadie were the scouts, and they kept getting in by themselves. So, as a commander, do I just farm Chaser and the other scout and keep on my resupply and get less nukes, or do I try to push and get leave my resupply to die? And I think the correct answer in that game was protect my resupply, and I didn't do that.
Who was the enemy?
The enemy
I'm trying to
medic.
pull that game up right now.
The other team's 3 hits.
It was Cope and someone else that I don't remember who was the heavy. Yeah.
Um,
So I definitely think it depends the whole
No.
composition.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull the
it depends
game
if I can get in there or not.
Because like you
shoot,
have
I'm on
to
Australian
your
game
win
right now.
con comes around how you play against the enemy team and what their strengths and their weaknesses are. You know? And that's the trick. It's like, okay, do you take maybe the enemy team has
Yeah,
really
it
strong.
was Cameron. Cameron was the heavy.
Yeah, I think you probably you need to focus.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what game was this?
This is game at 2106. I was the commander.
Yeah, because
I only have
looking
game
at
at
this game,
2033 or at 2133, 2106.
I don't know, just
Did it
I don't know
upload
what
the
to
games
tell
in
you.
chronological order?
no.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
So scroll to the enemy
Oh,
team.
look at that. Rockwood Scout Metal Face Commander.
Yeah, so I think in this one, looking at it, like who are green team strong? The 2 best players on it, easily me and Jay, right? Me and Jay.
Yeah.
I'm playing medic. Chaser's playing scout. And you have Vulturizer heavy, Sadie Scout. Go with it. Go with it's a good commander.
Yeah, he is.
And Vulturizer plays very conservative as a heavy. So I think, I definitely think just look at this folk enemy.
You said
You cut out
As
the enemy.
oh, sorry. I think you need to focus Jace and cope with it.
yeah, and not try to get into the medic.
Yeah.
Yes, because like here's the thing: you could push into, but Cameron plays in a way where like it's kind of like he kind of wants you to do that, push into him because he doesn't move a whole lot. He just kind of sits there, and then you have me as medic, and I'm gonna
Kill me.
try to do my So if you're not focusing us, I mean, obviously you can't. Because me being me, I'm gonna get bored and I'm gonna push out and start shooting people as medic. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a
Okay.
balance there.
Yeah, good to keep that in mind for the
I think
future.
everything down the set is wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I played that perfectly, and I couldn't have played it any better.
Yeah.
Team diff.
I agree.
Yeah. It was all
It
my.
really was everyone else's fault.
It
except
was.
for Logan's.
It was everybody else's fault, not mine. Anyways, that's all I have to say.
All right, so now we're talking about how to play with new players. Now, fellas, let's say hypothetically you're on a team full of newbies. Everyone is a noob except for you. All right. What position would you rather play?
Ammo.
Rehit, scout, or resupply? Ammo. Okay, that was very fast. What about you, Snuffles?
Like,
Okay, actually, I want to clarify.
how-
In this new team, are the resupplies new players as well? So I'm pretty much guaranteed to not get shots and lives.
Yeah, I'm saying everyone here is new. It's like nightmare scenario. Everyone here is a newbie
so
except for you.
everyone but me,
Yeah, including the enemy team.
including the enemy.
Yeah.
Does the enemy team have one
I
matchup
feel like
strong
just
player?
commander. Just commander, right?
No,
You just win the game.
we're gonna iterate on this. Okay, you know what? Screw you. Fine. Will be a really good player on the exact opposite position you play. Equal to your skill.
But then
You're-
okay. But then they also just same shitty. So then I'm just betting on myself to outperform the other team really good. So I'm just gonna pick commander again.
Okay,
Okay.
you know what? Screw this. Okay, screw this here. I'm gonna phrase this differently, okay?
Okay.
You have no idea who your opponents are, okay? you're just on a team, right? And let's just say you're just the best player, not full of brand spanking newbies, but you're the best player, okay? Let's say you're the second best player is only half as good as you are, and it just kind of gets worse from there. What position would you pick? You have no idea what the enemy team is going to be. What would you feel most confident in?
I'm gonna have to go with heavy. In St. George, at least.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go Commander again. Because
Yeah.
Commander just naturally has the most solo carry potential. That's why it is the way it is. Because if I can just farm points and then potentially like focus, say, the enemy heavy or enemy, really just try to put them down and nuke them out of the, you know.
Okay. I like your line of thinking down. You don't care about like what position is best for you. You just care which position is best in the situation where you can do the most work.
What's gonna make me win the game? And if there's a reason like you put your best player as time tournaments and stuff.
See, when I thought of this question, I thought like fun factor, right?
Yeah, I thought fun too. I thought
I'm way too try hard, sorry.
Okay.
No, but that's why you're here. You're our resident laser tag expert, so that's why we have you here. This is why we want you, because if we're all on the same page, it gets boring.
If we're going for fun, I'd probably say Arrow, because at least I know I have shots. I don't have to worry about that ever, and I just can run around shooting everyone, and then I'll just give my team shots and them as resets to reset people.
That's fair. It makes sense. For me, I put initially today when I was thinking about it, I thought like Scout, just because like I love Scout, and if the rest of my team does piss poor, like that's fine. I'm a Scout. I get resupplied fast. I just get my doubles when I can, get filled up, and then if they suck and die out, that's on them. But it doesn't bother me too much. But after playing the last game of the night tonight, I think I'm gonna change my answer to resupply. Either one, honestly, because
So this exercise stems from trauma.
yes, because I just can't do it, man. With because here's the thing: if you're a Scout, right? If you have bad resupplies, like the great thing about Scout is you fill up twice as fast as everyone else, so it's not that big of an issue. But man, playing midfield or even trying to attack the base when you don't have like that 3-hit support, man, it's just brutal. Like I would rather just like sit in the little medic cubby and just die, knowing I'm doing the best I can of refilling people and not having to witness what's going on out there. And that's a very cynical way to look at it, but that's how I feel. Like you said, like ammo would probably be the best because at least I know I can go down swinging no matter what.
Agreed. But I'd still choose heavy.
Picked heavy, Logan. I feel like that just sounds miserable. And maybe I'm just
Logan's a masochist.
Scarred.
Yeah,
I guess. Maybe it's just because I played heavy.
Loveland.
I loved heavy up until Nats last year, and then I played Nats last year, and now Vice heavy. Not gonna lie, but
you guys, hopefully Caleb comes next time, because do you guys remember?
He's not coming next time. He's gonna be in Colorado.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hopefully we can get Caleb here soon, because there was a game 2 members nights ago where I was playing heavy, and I had Snuffles and Chaser as my 3 hits against me. And Caleb, poor Caleb, was my heavy and I was the commander. I
remember that.
I crashed out that game. I will fully admit I got very angry.
You and Caleb both were not.
But
it's a game.
I want to do it again.
Was that the night
the
that
more
made Dallin want to take a break from laser tag?
Yeah, I think
that night was just bad for everyone.
That night?
No.
I did good.
No, it wasn't that night.
I don't
because
think so.
We all went back to Iceberg.
Because that night was like,
we were all chilling that night. It was just the low spot for me getting upset, and I want to go back and play it again, so bad. I feel like I could do better than I did. So all laser tag players are masochists. Is what I'm saying. We all have issues. Anyways,
that's fair. Not gonna deny that. All right. So
My
now
dog's
we're
having
talking about-
dreams right now.
Oh, Scooper's sleep.
He's sleep talking. He does a little.
So when are you gonna make him start paying rent?
When he's 18.
Okay.
Fair enough.
When are you gonna
That
slap
was
a pack on
fun
him?
segment.
I gotta slap a pack on him.
Remember when you brought Zephyr in the arena?
And he pooped. Yeah, I do remember that.
He pooped?
Yeah, dude.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he pooped.
I had to clean it up. That's why I remember.
Was it in brown base?
I don't know.
No, it was just in the middle
No,
of the
I think
floor.
it's just like I was gonna say, wasn't it just area?
What was that?
Wasn't it just like in the maze?
Yeah, it was just on the concrete floor in the
Landmine.
and I was like, I got out of that game and I thought, man, it smells bad. And then I looked at my dog and I'm like, yeah. Poor thing. It was fun though. He just like ran around and
Yeah.
and
You could
sniffed
see him on
everyone.
the cameras out in the front in like
Yeah.
the main lobby, and people were like, "Whoa, there's a dog in there." And he just he's just white, so he just shines in the UV on the cameras.
Good times.
All right. So now we've talked about that. I would like to ask you guys, what is your favorite way to build to draft teams, to get teams, a
Like
members
to just
night?
like make a team.
Yeah, what's
for
your
a
favorite
game?
method of building a team?
Ooh, that's
Okay.
not gonna lie, kind of random, just kind of fun. Even though they can just completely just make the game so excited for one team.
Part of the thrill.
I love
Sexual
the
thrill.
thrill of like anticipation of everyone like waiting for it to log, and then people
And then-
get positions, and then you just hear you hear a couple like yes, let's go, or you hear a couple oh god why? Yeah, it's
That
fun.
that doesn't
Yeah.
work in our case though.
The
Oh.
random does
Well,
not discriminate.
It makes the most one-sided game, but it's still funny. It's not my favorite. I just
When you're in the right mood and the right mindset, when you're feeling it, it can hit. But man, when it screws you over, it makes you want to erase it from the computer.
I was in Loveland, man. I had enough of random randoms by the time the Loveland
you
members
were-
night
Oh, dude,
ended.
it
You
kept
were
making me
tweaking out.
freaking resupply, dude. It gave me like 3 or 4 ammo games just in a row.
Yeah.
Like the first like 2 hours of the day, I was just playing ammo or medic.
What do you guys think about the team captain's draft?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to say my least favorite way of doing that is drafting. Let me tell you.
Oh,
really. Why is that?
Yes. Because of the last game that we had. Solely because of that one.
we haven't like
Well,
drafted ever.
So
That was our first draft in months.
here's the thing. So me and
Also,
Jace were
it's hard to do a good draft with the pool we had. We didn't have anyone to balance out down. We have down with like a 20.
well. You were
29
supposed
MVP.
to. Here's the thing. You were supposed to have Jace play scout, and that would have definitely helped you guys a lot. But then
I feel like I should have been 3-hit, honestly. I was so
People-
aggressive.
because we tried to balance it, but then people didn't want to play certain positions. He was forced to play medic.
Chaser was medic?
I would know. I got
Since
11
it's plural.
medikits.
Yeah.
Well, that would do it. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
we didn't put Chaser as it, because like Sadie did good. Like she was in there and stuff, but we just didn't have the 3 hits support there. We didn't really have the 3 hits doing their thing all that much. I think was Vulcan the heavy?
Yes.
Yeah. I just opened the Discord real quick and he kind of vented a little bit. Seems like he had kind of a rough night. So
All I can say is I was playing ammo. I probably played the best ammo game of my entire life that day. So that day,
That day,
tonight.
yesterday, 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Not
I
even
was-
5 hours
you
ago.
were always on my
3.5.
freaking butt, dude. Between you and Cameron just being defensive gods towers in your freaking watchtowers, ivory tower, and down just every time I turn around, just in my butthole. I could not do anything, and then I kept accidentally like killing. Like there was a time where I broke into your guys' base with Sadie, and I'm like opening fire, and of course the person I hit is Sadie, taking off an armor point, and I'm just like, dude, why am I here? Why am I here?
I actually
What
asked
am I doing
myself
in
why
life?
you kept trying to break in. Like, you shot me
Because it's
through.
like we weren't getting the. It was my game sense telling me that if I just broke in, if I applied enough pressure, I could get in because I wasn't finding much success in the midfield. So I was just determined to break through your guys' defenses and get you. Because it happened a few times where I would get the jump on you guys, you know? Where I was very inconvenient and would get you guys down.
Yeah, I kept.
I think I got 2 medic hits on down that game. But you weren't a medic, you were a scout.
The
Dude,
medic was easy bake that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
All I
I
can
don't know.
say is,
like I said, I should have been a 3-hit.
yeah, or you could have played it like, I don't know if this would have been effective, but I think you should have gone back and played defensively. And if you sent Vulcan, who was your heavy, whoever your heavy was, if you sent another 3-hit out, we would have been cooked 1,000%. The fact that you were a 1-hit.
Oh, you're so right. The issue is
The only person he was
I'm a
defending
scout.
would have been against me. I was the only one on my team really pushing. Like I got
Yeah,
11 medic
I
hits as a
I
scout
know you're
because I was
always
the
in
only
blue and
person going in.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you think I broke in that base with my 3 hits? No, it was all solo.
No, you were
That's
always
not
right
me.
there.
That's
Right
not
there
me
in
trying
freaking
to,
blue hall, dude.
gas myself up. It literally was just because it was. I mean, you had an inexperienced heavy against a very experienced scout, and you had Ryan as the ammo. He's not gonna freaking defend, his medic.
It wasn't
Yeah, Bo, sorry,
gosh,
you're
dude.
boned. My strategy's not going to work. It was over from the start.
Like, I think you definitely could have focused me more, but not just purely playing. It's like you shoot me, try to get a reset, and then come reset me again.
I mean, I just kind of assumed that like you were in there, so I kind of assumed that you were having the same issues I was with the heavy kicking you out.
No, not really.
So I mean, like knowing you, I should have
I mean,
figured
that's a fair assumption,
if you were
but
there and still doing it, then I probably should have taken more stock into that. But I mean, you heard me that game. I was just not really having it.
no, you were frustrated.
You were
which,
not
like, it
having
I
happened.
wasn't in the most tactical mood.
I mean, I can't say anything. A couple weeks ago, I was tweaking the hell out. I literally texted you guys like, I think I need to take a break from
Yeah, I
tag
did
because
take
I
a
was
break
just
from
so
tag,
fed
yeah.
up.
Yeah, but we all
And
have
then
bad
You just got your
nights.
car and
Go.
drove away afterwards. We're like, "Where's Snuffles? Where's Snuffles? He's gone."
Dude, I went straight to the gym because I was just so beyond mad. I had to lift some weights. The
I mean, that's valid.
testosterone was just, yeah.
Dude,
I was
Cameron
pissed.
even said he could tell the mood was just off. Like
That whole night was off. Yeah.
Yeah.
night was so bad we didn't record for a whole week.
For like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
to it feels like, yeah.
Sorry, loyal viewers. Or viewer, maybe?
Sorry, all 20 people who watched last episode.
Sorry, meds.
Sorry, meds.
He asks about them all the time.
Probably
so-
the only one.
Yeah.
Shout out if you listen.
Okay. Do we move on to what not to do when making teams for newbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, what not to do when positioning players, is that the question?
Yeah. Like,
You're
literally
doing my job for me, how dare you?
the worst thing that you can possibly do that leads to the most gut-wrenching, ass-clenching, painful game you can think of.
Buying a real gun and shooting yourself in the foot several times, that would be pretty, I mean, that would be pretty hard. That would be pretty painful in the game. Oh, sorry, you're just talking about with positioning new players. I was thinking just like in general. That question, kind of open-ended. I feel like putting new players in the more important positions without experienced people to help them, right? An example of this would be like for, like I said earlier, putting a newbie on medic and then someone who doesn't usually play ammo on ammo, right? Because if like no one's helping them out or like showing them really what to do, then that can be a bad idea. Another good is to match on the other team if you can, someone of similar skill level in the same position. So, if you have like one newbie commander, balance them out with another newbie commander, it can kind of, if they both kind of suck at commander, then it's fine. Because you're not going to have one guy just stacking up nukes and steamroll and resetting all the scouts.
I appreciate the analysis, but I was more looking for a nightmare scenario. I'll go over mine.
Like what not to do.
Yeah.
All right, what
Yeah.
not to do?
So, no, I'll just say mine real quick. You're an ammo
Yeah,
with
go
a
ahead.
completely newbie heavy against a stacked team. I can't think of anything worse than that.
I can.
I just
Okay.
think putting a newbie on heavy is the worst possible thing you can do to them. Make
That's
them
so true.
never want to play the game ever again.
It's terrible
Straight
for
up.
everyone
Put him on a
involved.
team with Brett.
Okay.
You mean Shouty McShoutface?
Well, yes, that.
I mean, he's not going to watch
Actually,
this. You don't have
yeah.
to think
Yeah,
that.
No, yes, so I put
Guys,
in that one.
I don't know how to break this to you viewers, but Brett Inferno last name is Shouty McShoutface. Forgot his last name.
I
know
might
it was
bleep that.
I think it's Adams, but it's not.
We're
It's
just
Anderson.
blasting everyone or what? Holy.
Yeah.
Volta does not give a fuck.
I live at 465 South 100 East, apartment number 9, St. George, Utah, zip code 84770. Come at me.
That's
What's
real.
his
That's his
social
actual
security
address.
I don't have my social security number memorized.
Okay, fair enough. Me neither.
I know it ends in remember.
You shouldn't
But
air
those
the
are the
last
last
four digits,
four digits.
dumbass. Anyways,
Yeah. Well, it's fine.
Hey, what's your mother's maiden name?
Hart.
what are the
H-A-R-T.
what are the numbers
And
on the
what's your
front of your
childhood
card?
pet?
Childhood pet, Seek. He was a turtle, S-E-E-K, and then the street I grew
Oh.
up on was Price Hills Drive.
The Laser
What school
Force.
did you go to?
And Bloomington Hills Elementary, and then the bank I bank with is Deseret First Credit
Oh my
Union.
God, you went to
Jason used work
Bloomington
there,
Hills?
actually.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, there's Bloomington and there's Bloomington Hills.
Oh, I know.
I went to
Bloomington Hills was the rich kid, and then Bloomington was wanted.
Oh, you're right. I got it mixed up.
Wait, crap.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
I was the Bloomington Buccaneers. It was by the exit, like the highway to go to Vegas. It was right by there.
Bloomington Buccaneers.
The viewers do not
Yeah,
care
Bloomington
about our elementary schools.
What'd
Do you
you
guys
say?
want to guess my elementary school?
Yeah, your mom's basement.
Diamond
The
Valley.
place out in Hurricane.
Ding, ding, ding. We have
Oh,
a...
that's right. You're homeschooled.
How the
Yeah, how'd
fuck
you
did you
forget?
forget?
I
Big
don't know.
friend. See, this is
I mean,
why
it's hard to
me and
forget.
Bolton are
'Cause you're
best
actually
friends.
pretty intelligent, Alan.
So true.
That's the thing. You're actually a
Oh.
pretty smart guy, so it's hard to forget you never received like a formal education.
Khan Academy and YouTube education.
Yeah.
Too bad, neither of those really hand out GEDs, or if they did, you didn't get one.
No,
What?
I just play
smarter
laser
than-
tag weekly.
You're smarter than lots of other people I know. Most of them, in fact. I would argue again. What do I know? I'm just some dumb laser tag podcaster.
True. Piece of paper means everything.
It's true. All right. So the absolute worst nightmare scenario you could do with newbie players. Yeah, putting them on heavy. That's like a surefire way. No matter what arena you're in, no matter what the lineup is, no matter what, putting a newbie as a heavy is game over, man. Game over.
Honestly, a good way to make a lot of people not come back is just playing Space first time. Let's be so for real.
Oh no, you're absolutely
Space
correct.
Marines is such an awful game for a new laser tag player.
It really is, especially when it's $4 a pop and it's like you're alive for 5 minutes and it's like want me to pay for that again? Are you for real? Are you kidding me? Like, you guys do this like for several hours? Like,
And you
Yeah,
have fun?
Like we said, we're masochists.
yeah, mental. Like, and once again, you know, every laser tag player is legally required to be mentally ill in the head to some capacity.
Legally required to be. Okay, bull.
Yeah, you heard me.
Is there a certificate for that? I don't know. I never got my GED.
I mean,
or
you
anything,
wouldn't
so
know.
I don't know.
Right, I am just blasting everyone, dude. This is not good. This is payback. This is rightful payback because you guys, all you did last episode was flame me. No matter what the topic was, I was just
Yeah, fun
catching
fact.
heat, no
After
matter
that,
what.
Bolton had another heavy game. He died out super early,
another game
and
where
he
he died
it was
out.
even lower
It
MVP.
was so- And then,
And you know what I liked about the heavy game? I liked that no one came up and bothered me about it, and everyone forgot about it until now. It was nice because I was not in the freaking mood, dude.
Well, everyone forgot because I was on your team that game, and it happened again. And literally before the game, I said, "How funny would it be if he died out really fast again?" And then you died out really
You
fast
said
again.
that to me.
What can I say?
Yes. And then a few games later, another player on my team was heavy, and then he died out in the first couple. We were owning so hard. I think I was commanded. We were owning so hard, and then he died out, and then we lost in the next minute.
Oh, that was
And
when you and I were
that's when I
Logan.
crashed out.
Yeah,
That
this was
the
that
awful
bad
part.
night that we were talking about.
Hey, but guess what? Guess what happened the week after that? Rockwood
What happened?
had a pretty darn good heavy game, and I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Oh, he's got to log in for this one, guys.
Here you go, Rockwood heavy weapon. I scored 8,000 points. Okay, that's actually not like anything crazy.
Yeah, I scored 8K on my heavy game.
Okay, well, was your accuracy 9.9?
Definitely not. That's insane.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you loser.
Okay. Anyways.
No, maybe if you tried to take more shots, that would gone. Like,
yeah,
The thing is, I wasn't even trying to be conservative or anything. I was literally just balling out. I was not holding back on my shots. Like, I was not going for accuracy there. It's as impossible as that may seem to come out of my mouth. I was not farming accuracy. Ooh, let's look at accuracy actually for this week.
Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next topic.
The next topic is accuracy. All right. Now let's look at the average accuracy. Oh, never mind. All right, next move on to the next topic. You guys want to talk about MVP now, or
No, I thought we were gonna
do the selector
you.
show off?
It doesn't matter.
I think selector show off. Selector show off makes more sense because we're
Okay.
still
what?
talking
It wasn't
about.
even working. I thought.
Oh.
All right, so we're talking about a little bit about our favorite
Oh.
ways to draft teams, but none of us actually brought up Metal Face Scouts.
Yeah, we never actually really finished when we were talking about the topic. We went on side tangent.
You guys talk for a second. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we always rush past it. But today, right now, dear viewer, we are going to explore Metal Face Scouts team selector. Oh! Charlie horse, sorry.
All I have access to.
My leg.
Can't change anything. I'm only.
Zoom. So to answer your question, yes, Dallin, it really does hurt when you give birth.
You had sources.
Can I get a
Horses? What?
Can I get a source on that, please?
Oh, sources. I heard horses.
Do you have
Source-
voices on that?
I mean, I've tried. To be impregnated by a horse. Okay, no. Oh gosh. Okay.